take a few deep breaths, and as you breathe out, relax. You're here, you don't need to worry now. Just relax and be here tonight. And be aware of your bodies. Just check how they're feeling. Are they feeling relaxed, tense? Is there pain there? Or feelings? Just be aware of that and relax some more. And as you are more aware of your bodies and begin to feel your bodies as an energy, as a consciousness, then open yourself and be aware of everyone here as also energy and consciousness. So we move through the personalities, we move through the beliefs about ourselves to that essence being, which expresses as you. And feel that you include the essence of everyone here. And you feel safe and you feel open to receive and to express yourself. And open your eyes. It's slightly different here to maybe other places you go, in that not only do you listen with your ears, you listen with your bodies. That is to say, how am I feeling? What is my body's response to this? And what you'll find is that either you'll feel an excitement or a resistance. Now, if you feel a resistance, it's because your mind, there is some thought that is resisting, and that is what you need to explore. So the evening is really for you to be in touch with you, to support you and assist you in freeing yourself from the thoughts that hold you back. What we tend to do is we build a relationship with ourself, with that self that we imagine ourselves to be. You can call it the little self, the small self, the self with the small s, the ego self. Doesn't matter what name you call it, but it's what I perceive myself to be. And what I perceive myself to be is always far less than who I am. Who I am is unlimited. Who I am is the divine consciousness. Who I am is the ocean of love. It's like saying I'm the air here, which is an intelligent love energy. That's who I am, and I notice that I express as George or Harry or Shaun. And we tend to build our relationship with that part of us, so we tend to build our relationship with that part of everybody else. We find ourselves trying to fix each other, change each other, be incensed about the way someone is, based on how we perceive them to be, based on the perception of them, their not self. And so my invitation is to go the other way. I say, why don't we build a relationship with the unlimited self rather than the limited self? The possibilities are far greater. So if I'm building a relationship with this limited self, then all I have is limitation and stress and disappointment. Because that self was created by me anyway. I put together this thought package, and I've been trying to market it all my life. The trouble is, the package may not be a package that anybody's too thrilled about. So they may not want to buy that package. So we keep adding more glitz and more bits to that package, and get a brighter lipstick or new hairdo, or shove in a bit more collagen or whatever we do to try and make this package more attractive and more wanted and loved. Now, if we went the other way and built a relationship with our unlimited self, which is that we're already loving beings, we don't have to do anything to be that. But we want to realize it more. We want to be aware of it more. So now we're doing something different, like I'm becoming aware of myself more, that I am a loving, abundant, beautiful being. And I am referring to that part of myself. That is to say, I'm looking here in that part of me for my answers. I'm not looking to the small self. I'm not looking out there. I'm looking here. So all that I want is here in potential. All the love I want, all the prosperity I want, all the health I want, all the opportunity I want is right where I am. The only thing is, I never gave myself that gift because I've been trying to deal with this self that doesn't believe he's good enough, or this self that doesn't deserve love, or this self who in some way is wrong or bad, or in some other belief is keeping from me that which is mine already. So here I am becoming more aware of myself. Here I am referring more to myself. And the third element is to love myself. Now when people hear love yourself, they sometimes hear it as vanity. Like, what do you mean, love myself? Does that mean I've got to adorn myself and do that? That's not loving myself. That is loving my construction of myself. That's loving that not self. It's vanity. I'm building something in a packet saying, isn't it gorgeous, when I'm not feeling gorgeous at all. So by loving the self, what you're saying is, I'm a love being. I love love. I love that which sourced us all, that created us, that which is the divine consciousness, God, whatever you like to call it, and it is here and everywhere. And it is that which powers me. And it's that which powers everybody and is the source of everybody and is the fount of everything that we could ever want. So if we're short of money, just watch this. If you need money, in the old thinking, it would be, I need money, money is separate from me, I've got to go out and get it. I've got to struggle and effort, do some more hard work, come up with some wonderful scheme to get some money. And I've been trying that all my life, and how have I done so far? Not very well, but I'll have another go, right? I'll try harder. But if you observe it from self, what does I don't have the money I want, what is it actually saying? I don't have the love I want. I am not loving myself enough. I am separate from love. Who is not loving me enough? I'm not. See, we're looking out there saying, these people aren't loving me the way they should. But that's the mirror. That's not you. It's the mirror that is saying they're not loving me. But I'm looking at my face in the mirror. I'm not loving me. So if there's something missing in my life, and there's something missing in all our lives, we're all in the process, and we're all discovering this. But if we were to turn it that way round, and to explore unlimited self, then if money is missing in my life, then I am not loving myself enough with regards to money. So I must have unloving thoughts in my head with regard to money for me. If you were to explore the thoughts you have about money for you, you might be able to unleash some of those thoughts which are denying you that which is yours. Because we are the givers to ourselves, and we are the deniers from ourselves. There is no one else doing it. It's not someone out there, it is me. So if I don't have something, it's because I have chosen not to have it because some thought says I shouldn't. Now, if I don't have the love I want, I must have unloving thoughts about myself that say I shouldn't, I can't, I'm not good enough, I mustn't. Some thought in me is saying no, or I would have the love I want. In fact, they'd be breaking the doors down to get to me. Because attractiveness has nothing to do with, how well your hair's slicked down or which lipstick you've got on. It's to do with how much you love yourself. So if you want to be attractive to people, then get into a state of loving consciousness. By loving yourself and feeling great love for yourself, you will naturally feel great love for others. You can't help it. And you'll find that that attracts. Because people want to be where they feel loved. They want to be where they feel good. So it's like, I feel good when I'm with you. I feel love for myself when I'm with you. By saying I feel love for myself when I'm with you, that translates into most people's languages, I love you. And if someone is loving you, what you do is give yourself permission to love yourself a bit more. So it all goes together in loving yourself. So we're here to learn to love ourselves more. And by loving ourselves more, we're catching those thoughts that are stopping us from having the things we want. So we're now not trying to get with the sweat of our brow, the struggle and effort way. That still works to some extent, but we're exploring a new way, a way of consciousness, a way that starts from the heart, to have our lives in harmony with the divine, in harmony with the principles and laws of the universe, not to try and stride against them. The intellect, the mind, doesn't know the harmony. It only knows the separation. It thinks we're separate from what we want. We live as if we're separate from what we want. But if you check it, it is a thought. Are you separate from wealth? Question. No. I have a thought that I am, which creates that separation, but actually wealth is everywhere. I'm not separate from it. I just need to tune into it and invite it into my bank account or wherever. But it's that way. Am I separate from love? Is love a person that's going to come into my life, or is love love? Can I be separate from that? No. Because love is right where I am. So the more loving I feel, and the more love I feel for myself, the more likely it is that I will feel the connection and love of others. And in that energy, relationships happen and whatever it is that I'm looking for. Am I separate from opportunity? Am I separate from health? No. All of these are thoughts. These are thoughts that we have been living in as if they're true. So they are the things we want to observe and watch and make the changes. From the unlimited self, looking at that self. So why don't we, for a moment, try some loving thoughts and see how your body responds. So why don't you just again close your eyes a moment. We'll try some loving thoughts. This is you beginning to love you, or at least continue to love you if you're already in the process. So try some of these thoughts and see how your body responds. I am a loving human being. My source is love. I came here to give love. and to express love, and to receive love. As I breathe in and as I breathe out, I express my love and I receive the love that's around me. Life is a great opportunity to learn to fully love. My natural state is joyful. I am a joyful being. My natural state is peaceful. I am a peaceful being. My natural state is abundant. And as I open myself and feel all the abundance around me and the abundant energy that flows through me, I know that I am a part of this abundant universe. And all of the abundant energy in every form, in the form of money, in the form of love, friendship, opportunities, are all here for me. I deserve the best. I am not a second-class being. I deserve the best. I am intelligent, full of life, ageless. There is every opportunity here for me to fully express who I am and to acknowledge the expressions of others. It is possible to have a world within which we can love each other and feel safe. And I'm a part of that world. It is possible to have heaven on earth. And I am part of that. And I bring heaven here for others. I enjoy playing in life. I'm a playful being, full of wonder. I love beauty, and I feel the beauty that I am. I love myself. And each day, I love myself more. And I open to receive the love of the universe as it flows to me and through me. I choose always to give myself loving thoughts. And with loving thoughts I feel safe. And I feel well. And my life moves with effortless ease. And I know that if I'm moving through rough waters, there are still waters beyond. Because this is a loving universe, and there is only love here for me. The more I love myself, the more that is true for me. I build a relationship with that part of me which is unlimited. So I feel the limitless of my being. I do not know the fullness of my potential yet. I'm willing to go on that adventure and to find my expression in that unlimited consciousness that I am. And that we come here to be with each other, to support each other in that adventure of discovery. And in a state of loving, supportive playfulness. So we can enjoy the humor and the light and the play. Slowly open your eyes. Now, how did that feel? Did that feel better? Anybody got... No, I really like the old stuff. I'm hopeless, I don't deserve it, I'm not good enough. So, it's down to us. Often we look for someone to do it for us. And we think that someone's going to get us there. We think that some thing is going to do it. That the crystal or the Ouija board or something is going to tell us about our life. And that's again putting our attention in the outside. We are the greatest knowers of our future. The more I love myself, the more loving my future is. Why do I need to ask someone? The more I give myself, the more it's likely to show up in life. Why do I need to ask someone? I don't need to go to someone and say, am I going to get a relationship? It's pathetic. You think about it. Why don't you say, I am going to get a relationship? Because I'm loving myself enough to have one now. Now you've just given yourself one. It'll save you the fee. And so, and we can get in such a mind mess because everybody's got different information for you. They're probably trying to suck you into their game. Because if you're not living your own life, you'll find you're living their life. You found that? So unless you're moving in your chosen direction, fulfilling yourself, expressing yourself, you'll find yourself doing it for someone else. And you probably don't want to do it, and it's for no fee. You go, wait a minute. Now, how come I'm sucked into this and for no fee? Unless, of course, that's what you want to do, because that is your gift. So we are the givers and the receivers to ourselves. There is no one else. If we give ourselves a limited expression, that's what we'll get. Now, also, if we give that to others, it comes back to us, which is the law of karma. That which I do to another, that which I think of another, will be thought of me. So it's another just reminder not to have judgmental thoughts, not to have critical thoughts of others, to look to their higher self, to look to that part of them which is loving. Because if you see wrong over there, you'll find it'll bounce back on you. So very much better to love yourself rather than trying to fix the world. Just quickens everything up. And suddenly we see that it is a wonderful place and it is an adventure that we can be in and enjoy and be a part of this goal of bringing heaven here for people. So that you bring heaven for the people in your life, they bring heaven for you, and it goes outwards until all of the things that we're doing on the planet begin to change. But by fixing our attention on what's wrong, we get more wrong. We've talked about this many times. By trying to change what's wrong, we fix it, and it becomes more wrong. Go the other way. Look for what's good. Look for the gift. Look for what's right. And you'll find you'll move through it much more easily than if you try and deal with the wrong. Too many people have their attention on what's wrong with the world and what's wrong with people, and the news is full of 99% of what's wrong with the world. Well, no wonder everybody thinks everything's wrong. Actually, probably 1% of what's going on isn't too hot, and 99% of it's very good, but you don't hear that bit. You know, they don't say that Mr. and Mrs. Jones had a wonderful day today, and they went to the seaside and had a nice meal down at the front. But no one could give a damn about that. They know who killed who. So you don't hear the good news. But what if we be the bringers of the good news? Why don't we tell the good news to everybody that we hear and not the bad news? So if someone judges someone to you, don't pass it on. Don't be the bringer of that judgment to someone else, because now you've joined that. So you now must also be part of that judgment. Bring the good news. And let's not put our attention on what isn't working, because we don't want more things that aren't working in our life. Let's have the things that are working, and let's put our attention on that. It's like the difference between saying to someone, how are you? And they say, well, I'm not very well. What's wrong with you? My finger hurts. And saying, I'm very well. 99% of me is extremely well. I just have a hurt finger. So where's the attention? Have we got our attention on what isn't working? Or have we got attention on what is working, and then we're learning to love the bit that we want to change? Suddenly you'll find that the whole balance shifts, and 99% of your life is wonderful, and there's just one bit that we're learning to love today. And that becomes an exciting adventure, and much more interesting. Yes? Great. Okay, so let's hear what you have to share, and to express, to share, to sing.
Sure.
Yes.
I've been coming up about a year and a half, I think, and do you feel, all these loving thoughts about yourself? I was thinking through them, and you said at the end, do you feel better for it? And I actually I feel very good anyway.
Yes.
And
so you're online.
the answer is, I probably don't need to feel better, because I love myself.
You feel good, yeah.
And the money's coming in. Thank you.
Thank you. So thank you, Andy. And that's an expression of how loving yourself begins to change things. And so, go and rub shoulders with Andy and Maureen, and maybe changes will happen for you. Because don't sit there saying, well, it's all right for them. They can do it. I can't move house. And I live in this rabbit hutch, and I got no income. Well, they probably would sell you the same. But they did move, because they gave themselves the gift. So if you give yourself the gift of what you want and stay true to that, you have to stay in the vision of it. It's not just, I'll have a bigger house, and then you go off. It's, I give myself the gift of this. I live as if it's happening. I see it, feel it, touch it, taste it, smell it, every time that I'm not doing something that takes my thoughts from it. Not in a heavy way, but as if it's so. I mean, for example, you have no trouble living as if you're living in the house you're living in. Right? Mm-hmm. So why couldn't you give yourself the same gift of living in the house you want to live in? Or you have no difficulty in living in, I have the job I have. Why not live in, I have the job I want? As if it's so. Now, by living in that, you're creating that. You're creating that within, and until you've given it yourself and created it within yourself, it's not going to happen out here. The divine works through us. It doesn't work for us. So it has to move through our consciousness. Right?